It's the ninth inning of play between the Cortland Crush and the Syracuse Salt Cats. It's the Eastern Division Finals, and game one between the Crush and the Salt Cats right now tied up at 4-4. Great to have you with us here on the NYCBL Digital Network. Devon Jarvis alongside Travis Firkins for your coverage, and Angelo Agro resumes his day on the mound. Came in as the third pitcher that the Crush have shown so far, and has been solid. Went 1-2-3 in his first inning, and now has the 2, 3, and 4 batter on the day from this Salt Cats lineup. Charlie Iriotakis, the right fielder, Aiden Brunin, the second baseman, and Jonathan Gonzalez-Perez, the catcher. Both Iriotakis and Brunin have already scored on the day to represent 3/4 of the 4 runs that the Salt Cats have scored. Fresh off of a home run, Iriotakis digs in from the left side. First pitch, a fastball, makes its way into the righty's batter's box, stretching is Atkinson to receive. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. From the stretch is Agro. He works fast and delivers. Blooper left field side, chasing after it is Molina Rowley. It will drop on the chalk. Fair ball, rounding for second is Iriotakis. He'll put a halt on the brakes between first and second base, and will come up with a base hit and leadoff base hit to start.
Yeah, that one just kind of falls right there into no man's land. That one hit perfectly on the line right there. That's about as close as you can get right there, but just barely ekes into fair territory. Also into the game, new left fielder for the Cortland Crush is Matt Doherty, so he'll come off the bench and now serve as a defensive replacement. Agro is going to have to work around that leadoff single here. Big spot here.
First pitch now against Aiden Brunin. Fastball misses off the outer half. Runner on first, Iriotakis has reached the base path on every single one of his at-bats. And Agro fires. Finds a downstairs department in the strike zone. Setting up a room down there, and Aiden Brunin has himself in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. A man on first and no one on in the top of the ninth. Agro fires. Chops straight down on home plate as it makes contact with the lumber of Brunin. He'll stay alive in the at-bat, 1 ball, 2 strikes. With the ball game tied at 4, we could see extras if both teams have an empty 9th inning frame. And Agro, trying to make that happen, delivers a fastball off the outer edge once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Iriotakis retakes his lead. 1, 2 steps is all he needs. And Agro on the 2-2. Nicks a foul ball down the first base line. Trails toward the Crush dugout. And he'll stay alive in the at-bat as Iriotakis. Rising sophomore to William and Mary, having a solid year so far in this number 2 spot with a .388 batting average. 2-2 the pitch. Knocked to the shortstop. Molina Rowley fields, throws to second. Turning for first is Mahar. He doesn't make the throw, a pump fake, but gets the leader in the base running. So is able to punch out Iriotakis and now keep the runner held at first. Agro now has 1 out on the board and deals with the catcher in Jonathan Gonzalez-Perez, who hasn't had the day he's hoped for. 2 walks, but other than that, 0 for 2 on the day. Agro stares dead center, fires, and misses upstairs on the slider. Agro has adjusted his slider grip midway through the season, has a little bit of a later cut, and he's able to get more velocity to it. Used to live in the high 70s, now gets something in the low 80s. 1-0 the count, delivery. This one ropes straight up the middle, going for third is Iriotakis. The throw over to third, not there in time. It's runners on the corners for the Syracuse Salt Cats. Agro with some adversity here in the ninth. 11 hits on the day for the Syracuse Salt Cats, only 7 for the Crush, but 90 feet away from the go-ahead run with only 1 to play.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, really tough spot now for the Cortland Crush. You have got to fight your way out of this. Angelo Agro needs to make his best pitches at the perfect time right now, making it interesting here late in this ball game.
So the strikeout pitcher resumes. Chris Holcraft from the right side, an open stance, and an off-speed pitch on the top half of the zone to start. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out on the board. Mike Martinez gives his signals from the third base coaching box. And stepping back in is Holcraft. The 0-1. Fastball misses low and away. No action yet. Atkinson not usually one to throw, especially in a situation with only one out on the board. Runners on the corners in the 4-4 ball game. Top of the ninth inning, and Agro could be feeling the pressure. 1-1 pitch, runner goes, grounder to Mahar. He'll throws to second, get the out, the throw at first. They're in time! Run doesn't score, and Angelo Agro escapes danger in the ninth. The Crush will send their bats up with a tie score and a chance for a walk-off in Game 1 of the Eastern Division Finals. We'll take a short break. Travis Perkins and Devon Jarvis saying so long for just a moment. We'll see you with the bottom of the ninth coming up. Thanks for sticking with us here. It's the bottom of the 10th inning between the Syracuse Salt Cats and the Cortland Crush. It's been an exciting game, Travis, to say the least. 4-4 the score, and we're in the Eastern Division Finals and Game 1 of these 2024 NYCBL playoffs. Crazy game so far. A lot of scary situations for both sides, but over the past 2 innings, things have remained scoreless. And after an empty top half frame for the Syracuse Salt Cats, the Crush come up with a chance to walk things off, and their first batter of the order, Max Atkinson.
Leading off the inning for the Crush,
Atkinson came in to replace Joe Jovino as a defensive replacement, and has since struck out and flew out to left field. He'll stomp his cleats in the righty's batter's box with the chance to be the run that brings the ball game home for the Cortland Crush. It's a 3-game series between these two teams, and one to play right after this once completed. Brito from the mound will deliver the first pitch. Fastball right field side, charging to his left is Iriotakis, makes the grab, and one down to start. Jack Coogan now comes in as the right fielder.
Number 18.
Also a change in the outfield for the Syracuse Salt Cats. Matt Carner comes into the game to replace George Provel. He pinch hit for him in the top of the 10th and takes over the defensive responsibilities too. Jack Coogan from the right side, now the new batter. One out on the board, no one on. First pitch. Fastball outside third. Brito with extremely high velocities, the highest of anybody that the Crush see in the entirety of the NYCBL. 0-1 for him, fire. A swing and a miss on the outside breaking ball from Johansel Brito. 0-2 now the count for Jack Coogan. Coogan was the second batter that Brito faced in the 7th. It was a fly out to right field last time they met. The 0-2 delivery, here it comes. Right field side, lifted once again. Back on it is Iriotakis. Makes the grab over his left shoulder, right by the warning track.
The left fielder from Vermont State University at Lyon.
So 2 outs on the board, and a pinch hitter now in Matt Doherty. He replaces Joe Manasotis in the batter's box. Manasotis had an 0-for-3 day with a walk to go with it. Doherty now for his first at-bat of the game. Close to the plate from the righty's batter's box. First pitch from Brito. 12-6 curveball finds real estate in the strike zone. Now usually these games would only last 10 innings, but now that it's playoff time, it'll go as long as it needs. The 0-1, fastball past the swinging bat of Matt Doherty. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. Manasotis, the 9th batter of the order, of course replaced by Doherty, has Molina Rowley, the leadoff, to follow. 0-2 the count with 2 outs and no one on. Fastball on the outside third. Doherty only gives eyes to it and will walk back to the dugout, sending it to the 11th inning of play between the Cortland Crush and the Syracuse Salt Cats. Angelo Agro comes back out in the 4-4 ball game. We'll see you after this short break. Game 1 of the 2024 NYCBL Eastern Division Finals has been quite a roller coaster. We're in the 12th inning with the Salt Cats as the away team up to that here from Onondaga Community College. Devon Jarvis alongside Travis Firkins for your coverage on the NYCBL Digital Network. We've had 3 scoreless, the 9th, 10th, and 11th, all neither team able to put at least 1 on the board. So we keep these extra innings going. The heart of the order due up for the Syracuse Salt Cats. We begin things with Jonathan Gonzalez-Perez, native to Mayari, Cuba, and his self-proclaimed nickname, the Cuban Wall. He's behind the dish defensively and stands at a tall 6'4", 235 pounds in the righty's batter's box. Angelo Agro will continue his game with a comparable physical status, 6'5", 230. First pitch now for Agro from the stretch. Fastball up and in. Misses out on a limbo dodge by Gonzalez-Perez. Infield has had the back of Agro to begin, as the 1-0 is a slider that finds the outer half of the zone. Action in the bullpen for the Cortland Crush. Scotty Scher getting ready to go if Agro gets out of hand. The 1-1. Fastball cracked far side, but into foul territory. One ball, 2 strikes the count. On his day so far, no strikeouts for Gonzalez-Perez. Has reached base 3 times of his 5. 1-2, the pitch. Chopped to shortstop, charging in his Molina Rolly. He backshands, taps his glove, and fires across the diamond. Gets the out. 1 up, 1 down to start. And now you hand things to Chris Holcraft, who's the first baseman for the Syracuse Salt Cats and has himself only 1 hit on the day, but 2 RBIs in that 1 hit.
Yeah, a good job communicating right there on the infield between Molina Rolly and McKinney. Easier for Molina Rolly to charge in and make the throw than McKinney to sweep across and make the play.
Fastball dead center on the first pitch, and Holcraft watches it by. Holcraft grounded into an inning-ending double play in the 9th. The runner would have scored if not for that play. Next pitch past the glove, low and away of Max Atkinson. 1-1 the count here with 1 out on the board, no one on in the 4-4 ball game. Joe Iovino, the catcher who came out of the game with an injury back in the 4th inning, is excitedly pacing outside of the first base dugout. 1-1 the pitch. Lifted left field side, but curls out of play. Holcraft, out of St. Bonaventure University, has a 200 batting average in this game and a 271 on the season. 1-2 pitch, slider, and nicking the end of the bat and ricocheting into the right calf of Max Atkinson. Keeps him alive in the at-bat, but Atkinson taking a few steps to walk off the stinger. 1 out on the board, and the Crush only needing 2 more to once again have a chance for their bats to walk things off. We've seen them come up short 3 times before. Maybe the 4th is the difference. Holcraft digs back into the right side. 1-2 the count. Fastball off the outer half. Count squares up at deuces in the 4-4 ball game. Agro from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber pitches. And foul tipped back behind home plate as it's lifted out of play. Agro has actually worked himself into a 60-pitch day, despite coming in the 8th inning. As he gets set for the 2-2. First base side, kept in front by Zach Young. He dives, throws to first, and gets the play. Agro covers the base and throws around the horn with enthusiasm.
What a play there at first base by Zach Young. Great job diving, makes the stop, gets up in time to flip it to Agro. Good job by Agro to recognize the situation and break immediately towards first base. Huge play right there on the infield for the Cortland Crush.
2 outs on the board, and it's Pat May as the 3rd batter of the order. First pitch, fastball just upstairs. Agro misses. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs on the board. 4-4 your score from Onondaga Community College. Agro looks center, fires. Grounded to shortstop. Charging in is Melina Rowley. Fields at center. Throws across the diamond and gets the out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Angelo Agro. The Crush send things to the bottom of the 12th inning, where they are still looking for their first run against this Salt Cats team when Johansel Brito is pitching. Let's see if they can do it here on the NYCBL Digital Network. We'll see you after this short break. Your score, 4-4.